Hey, I am back. Man, the day's flying by. Hey. Hey, Dream Queen. Hey, Lovely. Hey, Trey. Hey, Bravo. Yes, I've been very busy. I need to take a little rest. Hey, Brittany, Jasmine, Israel, Nana, Patrice, Tabby, Red Violet. I'm sorry. Here I go, Red Velvet. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Banjo. Hey, Rich. Hey, Darnell. All right. Hey, Love Bug. Hey, Boo. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Monique. Okay. Hey, Empress. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Harley. All right, let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Arrow Scene. And today I'm reading for the Beautiful Handsome Collective. Hello, Collective. How you doing? Flowers, flowers, flowers. Hold on. Let me get that together. Okay. Perfect. Flowers, flowers, flowers. One more time. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Yes. Go get these flowers, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to book a private reading with me or to shop in my store. All that information is in the description box below. Okay? So let's get into it. This is a channeled message here. It's going to be a little bit of a continuation from earlier in the live that I did earlier, but then I'm going to like transition it into this live here, okay? So just bear with me as I gather everything together. But the channel message here is they're telling people they were tricked, but they weren't. Okay, so we're going to be diving deep more so psychologically today in regards to why people do the things that they do, okay, and why they won't take responsibility or accountability for what they have done, okay? So again, channel message here is they're telling people they were tricked, but they weren't. When someone is willing to do something, they're going to use intent, or they're going to have strong intentions that is going to turn into an actionable thing or an actionable event, okay? I looked up 3 etymologies. I looked up the word intention, I looked up apology, and I looked up justification, okay? The etymology of the word intention is purpose, design, aim or object, will, wish, or desire. The etymology of the word apology is defense or justification, okay? And the etymology of the word justification is showing something to be just or right. So this person is trying to come either towards you or just more so to other people, because people are really pushing the envelope towards this group of individuals in regards to what they have done to you, and they cannot take that heat in regards to what is going on here. So what they're trying to do here is that they're trying to save face, and they're trying to create some form of false narrative surrounding an apology when it comes to you here, to basically justify as to why they feel that they should be telling you an apology in that kind of way, but that's not the case here. Again, they're telling people that they were tricked, but they weren't tricked, okay? They were fully aware as to what they were doing because they thought that the things that people were saying about you to be true. So here comes that seed of intention that was planted within themselves, within their mind. They sat and they did not even think about it. They just execute on the intention that other people were saying that you were doing, which you weren't, of course. And then they created an action behind the intention in regards to what they have done here. They don't want to go down for what they have done towards you. They don't. They don't want to face you, and they don't want to face the public. It is what it is. They're trying to get out of the situation here because they're realizing the seriousness of the many crimes that they have created here. And they don't want that bad smoke or that bad blood with the community here. We have a message of concern and we have a mature woman. There are many people within this group setting here, okay, that is reaching out to this mature woman, but this mature woman is not answering their phone, not answering calls, not answering text messages. They're laying low. And the individuals that feel really guilty in regards to what they have done to you here, they're trying to get a hold of this woman, but she won't budge. She won't budge at all, which is causing a message of concern towards other people within the group, because they feel like, well, if this mature woman is not answering the phone, they feel like that they have to take the fall, or they feel like that they're going to be forced to take the fall, and they don't want to take the fall here. So we have changes here. So since they're realizing the severity as to what they have done to you here, now they're trying to sing a different tune. Thank you, Shan. Now they're trying to sing a different tune here to make it seem like, well, no, I was tricked into doing this, and no, they lied to me, and they this and that. Let's make this clear. Let's make this completely straight here. Yes, people lie all the time. Yes, they do. People are going to come towards you and they're going to carry news and gossip when it comes to another person. But it is up to you. Remember, we are all responsible, individually speaking. You are responsible for the actions that you intend on creating for whatever it is. So if a person is coming towards you with nothing but gossip, that's all they have. It's nothing but gossip and yeah, and ting, 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 and whatever the case may be. What they're trying to do here is that they're trying to get you on board in regards to what they are saying so they can feel comfortable, or more so you can validate the gossip as, let's say, true. Because if you sit down and you listen to gossip and you don't take a stance, you don't make a change about it, you don't call them out on it, and you just allow them to just speak gossip about it, they feel that, oh, okay, well, you believe the gossip that I'm saying? All right, cool. So now they feel like that they have an ally in regards to the gossip that they have spoken about you here. And that's what's not happening here. I don't care how many times they can cry blood. They cry blood, they can cry tears, they can cry poop down their pants, poop down their legs. They're not getting out of this. I'm gonna make that very clear. They're not getting out of this. And they know this, which is why they are panicking, and which is why they're trying to backtrack, because they don't want to take the heat for what they participated in. So who should take the heat for this? Let's ask the real questions. If they don't want to take accountability or responsibility for the part or the big action or the big part that they played in this here, who should take responsibility for this? The collective? Absolutely not. Every person that was involved in this, all should be, and this is my opinion, this is opinion here, not a fact, this is my opinion, my point of view. Every person that was involved in this should be treated, number one, harshly. Yes, I said it. They should be treated harshly publicly. So that way other people are aware in regards to what they're doing. Bring back public shame. Yes, I'm big on that, especially if that person is very guilty in regards to what they're doing towards other people. Bring back public shame. And thirdly, every person that was involved in it, they all should have equal consequences or repercussions in regards to what they have done. Look, it say justification. It say justification. There's no tears. There's no crying in the world. There's no apology that's going to get them out of this. And that's what scares them. It scares them to no end. They feel like if they come back towards you and say sorry to you, that you will be like, oh, yeah, you know what? Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, maybe you didn't mean it. They meant it. They meant it. They meant it. They meant it. That's why they kept doing it for years upon years and upon years and upon years, because they were very intentional with the action that they created. So we have community here. So since they want to talk and they want to gossip and they want to laugh and they want to chuckle and they want to do all these things here, well, then they should be able to handle the backlash, the negative backlash in regards to what the community is giving to them. Oh, it's going to be public shame. I promise you, it's going to be public shame. Oh, it is. everybody is going to throw the wrench or the hammer at this mature woman. This mature woman was working with a mature man. So it could be a mother or father. It could be an uncle or aunt, a grandfather, a grandmother, a cousin, however resonates. Brother, sister, however resonates. But there was a dynamic duo of an older man and an older woman that was carrying everyone to, we'll say, the end of the cliff here. And everyone is saying, no, it was the mature woman, the mature man that did this. Why are we getting in trouble for this? Well, they told us to do that. So if someone is coming towards you, listen and listen clear. If someone is coming towards you to proposition you, to pay you a stipend, to pay you a fee, to pay you a payment, to cause some kind of harm towards you, and they are very clear and direct in regards to the intentions that they're trying to push on towards you here, why would you take that payment? Why would you take that payment? Why would you agree with what someone is saying in regards towards the collective? If that makes sense. They took the payment, or they took the money, or they took the funds because, number one, they believed what this mother figure, mature woman or mature man was saying. They believed it. They were intentional with their actions. They knew what they were doing. So since they knew what they were doing, then they have every right to be publicly shamed. And I promise you, I am so big on that. I am so big on public shaming. I am. So we have message here. That is the message that they can't tolerate, or they can't stomach. We have despair and we have imprisonment here. Despair and imprisonment because of the messages of the parts that they played in this whole circus show or circus arena here. They can't handle that. Somebody could be 32, you could be 29 years old, you could be born in 1967, 1964, 1961, 1962, any of the 60s, from 1960 to 1969, because there's a lot of numbers here with the number 6. So take that how that resonates. You could be born in the 1950s as well, however it resonates. Somebody could be born in 1992, 99, 1999, 1997, 93, 92, 90. You could be 41 years old, 47 years old. You could be 67 years old. You could be 39, 32, 29, 30, or maybe this has been happening since you were 9 years old, or this could have been happening for 9 years. Take it how it resonates. This mature woman here is trying to see how they can clean this up quietly, despite other people calling them, and there's a lot of people calling them. They're not answering their calls, they're not answering their text messages, they're not answering their correspondence, their communicative correspondence, because this mature woman is very concerned that people are going to put 2 and 2 together and realize that she and this male figure, father figure, whatever you want to call them here, is responsible for all of this here. So they're trying to reach out to people that the group dynamic that they actually brought against you here, there's other people outside of them that they're not aware about. So this mature woman has a lot of connections, okay? It could be police connections, it could be judicial connections. They have some form of, we'll call them higher power, and I say that loosely, okay? Some kind of higher power connection here, and they're trying to reach out more so inconspicuously to see how they can get themselves out of the situation. They're indirectly asking these people that may have done something like this before, or may have knowledge in regards to these type of cases in this way. There's a Trini saying there's a Trini saying by it means pick your mouth. So when you're trying to pick someone's mouth, it's basically you're trying to get as much information as you can from them without them being aware that you're trying to get information from them. So the person who's trying to get information from a person, they'll play dumb or they'll play stupid, but they'll say things or do things in a certain way to kind of not give off or alert you that they're actually trying to receive or get intel or information about whatever the situation at the hand here. And that's what this mature woman is doing here. This mature woman is trying to pick other people's mouths to see how they can get to safety or get out of Dodge here. And it's not going to work. All they're doing is just incriminating themselves even more. There's a huge paper trail in regards to finances, in regards to how this mature woman was giving to other people here. And they gave a lot of money. Also, as I mentioned, this mature woman may have ties or connections to the judicial system or like a police precinct here. And they were able to retrieve. So, you know how well, you might not know, but you know when, okay, I'll just put it this way for like TV, like a drug bust. You know how sometimes like on TV, they'll show you how they're doing the bust and it might be some like money and some like paraphernalia and stuff like that there. And they seize not only the paraphernalia, but they'll also seize the money as well too. And they kind of put it up for like evidence or something like that. That's what this mature woman was doing here. This is how they were gaining money. They have strong ties to some kind of police precinct or judicial system. Yes, they do. And they were getting money from like an evidence room to do their deeds. So that way it can't be traced back to them. So they had this all planned out or figure out here that if they take money from this, we'll say evidence room here, and people accept the payment here, it will look like that they will be more responsible, or they can pin the majority of the responsibility on the person that took the bribe. What else, Spirit? We have false person. Yes, this false person was giving away money, and people were looking at this mature woman or mature man as a person that was very lavish. So this mature man or mature woman may live a lavish lifestyle or may live above their means. They were living above their means because they were getting finances or money from other avenues or other different parts of individuals. I'll put it in that way. That's the family secret. That's the secret here. Without the backing of this judicial system or this precinct here, this mother figure would completely be in poverty, and that's going to happen, or it is happening here. But if they did not have the connections that they do have now, they would not have been able to do any of this here. Not on their salary or their income. They would not have been able to do that. They use other people's money. That's the 8th house in astrology. So this person may have heavy placements within their 8th house, but they use other people's money to get ahead. It's like credit. You know how they say credit is king versus cash? They tell you not to spend all your cash, keep your cash, but use credit to do whatever you need to do. That's what this mother figure or this father figure was doing here. They were giving things to people more so of like a loan or on a credit system in that kind of way, like a borrow system. But the individuals that were taking the finances or taking the bribes here, they didn't see it in that way. They just saw it as a form of an opportunity or many opportunities to receive the money or retrieve the money because this elder or older mother or father figure here told them whatever it is that they need to do, and they just did it here. We have thoughts. Yes, Spirit. Yes, Spirit. Baby, I swear. Inspector Gadget. Anywho. Go, can't you go? Man, this mature woman really thought that they were smart, or they thought that they could outsmart the individuals that they were actually paying money to, or bribing them, or propositioning them with finances or money. This mature woman is very lavish. Very, very, very lavish. They may drive Just an example, like a higher class car, like a BMW or a Mercedes Benz or whatever expensive cars out there, child. Okay, I don't know. I don't keep up with them type of stuff, but whatever expensive cars are out there that people may consider from a perspective points of view, society wise, like most people think that if you drive a Mercedes Benz, you're rich, or if you drive a BMW, you're rich, or if you drive an Aston Martin, you're rich. And despite them having that car, any of those cars, that doesn't make them or equate for them to be rich. Some people just love to keep up with the Joneses, or some people like to live above their means, and that's what's happening here. This mother figure were living above their means based on or off of the finances of other people here. Now, when it comes to thoughts, you see this woman in the corner and you see this man upright. This woman, if you look closely, that woman looks like that woman. That woman looks like that woman there. Yes. And that woman was trying to figure out how could she infiltrate this. I'm just going by what the pictures say, but take it how it resonates. This woman here was trying to figure out how she could infiltrate the mind, or to take over the mind as to how this person was thinking here. This is why this man is in deep thought. So there's a picture. A picture represents an intention, right? When you think of something, you're going to have a visual picture or a visual picture within your mind. That is the intention that helps with the manifestation of the action, right? So if they whisper, hey, you should, and can you do this for me? And if you do this for me, I'll get this for you, and I'll get that for you, but I need for you to do this for me. And they keep speaking sweet things into this person's mind. They're planting seeds of trust. Is more so distrust, if you ask me. Well, I'll put it that way. They're planting seeds of distrust, but more so in a very soft way, or in a way where they can get that person to trust them. So if I'm coming towards you with nothing but nice things, hey, how you doing? You doing okay? Hey, that's a great t-shirt you have on. Oh, I like your glasses. Or hey, I like this and I like that. That eventually, and the person keep doing it over and over and over, all is psychological, okay? Over time, that person's going to break down because of, oh, dang, thank you for the compliment. Thank you for, you know what I mean? Not everybody's intentions are pure, but when it comes to a very devilish intentional person in this way, this elder mother here, they use their niceness or their sweetness to their advantage to disadvantage the person that they paid the lump sum of money to. So when they propositioned this masculine here, take it how it resonates, they sat in thought and they kept thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. And the reason why they kept thinking about it is because this mature woman knew that this man, I'm going by what the cards say, okay, but take it how it resonates. This mature woman here knew that this man was in need of finances. This mature woman was very strategic in regards to who they thought should take out the job or do the job in regards to you. They were very strategic because I'll give you an example. If this mature woman or mother were wanting to come towards you here and try to proposition you with finances, but finances is not, finances is not life. And I hope that makes sense. Materialistic things are not life. Like there's more to life than materialistic things. It's you liking it or loving it. It's not the end all be all if you can't get it. If that makes sense. You don't live for materialistic things. I hope that makes sense. You don't live for that. You know, it's like, hey, okay, that's cool. Oh, well, if I don't get it, I don't get, like you. This mature woman here specifically sought out individuals that were struggling financially. And they knew that they were struggling financially because they had conversations beforehand. So this is where your connections came in, your friends, your lovers, co-workers, whatever, however. They knew that these lovers and co-workers here didn't have money, or they didn't have the finances to do whatever it is that they wanted to do, okay? Based on the conversations that they had. That is also the family secret here. This mother figure knew that they were in poverty. So they tried their hand, or they pushed their luck. Well, I can get that for you. Hey, how you doing? You okay? Well, I need to pay my rent. My rent is late. I need to pay my cell phone. I'm trying to figure that out. Oh, okay, no problem. Well, I can get that to you. Here you go. Really? You'll get that to me? And they'll give the money, just like, just give it to them. And then here you go. And they're looking like, oh, okay, well, thanks, man. And they're looking at this elder person as a very respectable person within the community here, because, well, dang, they looking out for me. They're helping me, you know? But that comes with a price, really blood on their hands, right? So the moment that these karmic individuals receive the finances here, that's when this woman turned dark or darker. Well, I just paid your rent. I just paid your cell phone. I just paid your car notes. I need you to do something for me. I need you to do something for me. Okay, yeah, no problem. What you need me to do? Okay, I'm gonna give you some more money, but I need you to do something towards the collective. And that's where the thoughts of inception or deception began. They use money as leverage to get whatever it is that they need to get rid of or to do. Yes, they paid people to put you here. Yes, they did. And they were hoping it was going to happen, because they paid a pretty good penny for it to manifest or to come true, and it did not. The reason why they will say outsource this foolishness towards other people here is because this mother figure or father figure here couldn't do it on their own. You were too strong or too brash in your approach when it came to this mother figure or father figure, and they couldn't handle that or take that with you here. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was a married couple. Or it don't have to be an actual married couple. It could just be more so like a common law couple. But however it resonates here, there's a mother figure and father figure here that were working in tandem together to basically derail not only your life, but other people that follow suit in regards to listening to these fools, these elder fools. Somebody listen to the artist Escape. I'm hearing The Softest Place on Earth. That is actually a really good CD. But I'm hearing Escape, and I'm hearing that song, The Softest Place on Earth. It's a really good song. But anywho, there's fears of financial failure. The people that they propositioned the finances to were in fear because of their finances being in a huge deficit. They weren't making the money, or they weren't able to amass, or they weren't able to accrue the finances to live the lifestyle that they wanted to live. So, well, I can do it for you. Okay, yeah, you need that? Okay, no problem, don't worry about it. They were buying clothes. They were paying their rent. This mature woman and mature man paying their cell phone, paying their mortgage, paying their car note, paying whatever necessities that they felt that they needed to do in order to get you out of here. That's what they're hiding. That's the motive. So going back to the title or the channel message here, they were telling people, they're telling people they were tricked, but they weren't. They were not tricked. They saw the dollar signs. They didn't see the false person of this woman or man. They did not, because the falseness was hiding behind this mother figure here, older mother figure. So they weren't able to see that, but they saw the finances, and they were okay with helping this person because this person came to them or propositioned them in a very nice way to where they can feel trusted, or get them to trust this mature woman or mature man to take the bait here, and they took it, and this is why they're freaking out. They're just as guilty as this mature woman or mature man here that is very false in nature, that used money or finances to do whatever it is that they needed to do towards you. They're just as guilty. But hey, hold on. Look. It say karma. It say karma. Fake rich. I just really just explained it. I broke it down and explained it to you. Fake rich, which is what they were. Hide behind APR rates, buying expensive cars, and you paying 30 and 40% high APR rates. Your car note is $800, $900, $1,200 for like a 1990 or 2000. I'm just giving examples, of course. They wanted to keep up with the Joneses. That's what this roots of this family wanted to do. They wanted to keep up with the Joneses by any means necessary, but they were using black magic or darker energy here to hide truly what their lifestyle really contain or consist of. Now they have bad luck, and that's what they manifested, and they're burnt out. Okay. They manifested nothing but bad luck, right? And they're burnt out. Burnt out because as a psychic, or just being intuitive, take it how it resonates here. You're either picking up or you're watching, tarot oracle, take it how it resonates, but you're getting insight, you're getting divine insight in regards to what so-called plan or ploy that they were trying to do towards you here. So now that their neck is up in waters, in high waters here, they're trying to justify, or they're trying to use an apology as a form of defense or justification as to why they should not be included in this whole shakedown here. To be honest, this mature woman or mature man, they literally just stole. If that makes sense, they stole not only from the other individual that had finances here, but they stole the group of sheeple. They stole their time. They stole their mind away. They stole a lot of things from them that they cannot get back. And this group of individuals are very afraid, and they don't know what to do, which is why, or hence the reason why, they have been profusely reaching out to this woman figure here, and she's not answering. It's basically, you on your own. Well, I didn't tell you to do that. So let's just say hypothetically that they were able to actually connect with this mother figure here. The mother figure would turn around and tell them, I never told you to do that. What are you talking about? No, I don't know what you're talking about. Now they're going to try to play dumb or dotish, like they don't know what they're speaking about. And that's going to raise a lot of red flags for this group of individuals, because it's like, well, no, that's not true. But you told me, well, you said the collective was this, and the collective was that. I never told you that. I never told you that. Yes, you did. Yeah, you did. You did. You did. You even gave me the money. I didn't give you any money. I don't know what you're talking about. Does that sound familiar to you? Does that sound familiar to you? Yes, gaslighting. So now they're trying to figure it out. They're trying to figure out what just happened here, because it's like this person just completely shift or change in the blink of an eye. This person who they thought that they can trust because, of course, again, because they're older, not everybody, of course, okay? But this specific mother cunter of a mother who feels that they are of a certain age, they can use their age in a way that they can get sympathy from other people, and that's not working. It's not. So we have broke. So what this mother figure or father figure did here is that now they're going to turn the tables on the individuals that has accepted the money or accepted the finances or the payment to do foolish things towards you here. Because they're not loyal. They're not loyal to the group of individuals. Clearly, a huge, strong indicator or red flag that this mother figure or father figure was not loyal to them was when they propositioned other people to take payment or to take bribe to cause harm towards you. That was the big red flag flailing in the air, in their face, and they didn't see it. Or maybe they saw it and they bypassed it because they really needed the money. So they worked together in tandem because this mother figure and father figure knew that those individuals were broke. Those individuals knew that they needed a quick come up. So they worked together to do whatever type of thing that they tried to do towards you. Now look at them. It says jail. Now everybody want to abort ship. Never happened. They don't know what you're talking about. Where'd you get that from? That's not true. Everybody trying to deflect. Everybody trying to backpedal. Everybody trying to backtrack. I don't know where you're getting that information from. I never told you that. Well, why would you sit here and lie on me like that? And that's how this woman is sounding. Very calm and very, to not give off any inkling that they are afraid themselves. So they got to position themselves as the big dog. And we know they're not a big dog, they're a little dog. But they want to position themselves in a way to where they still have power or control over the whole dynamic here. And they don't. They don't. Stressed out. Believe it or not, this mother figure or father figure here is very stressed out. No one knows that, but I do. I know that, and you do too. They're very, very, very stressed out in regards to what is happening here, and they don't know how to get out of the situation. So as I mentioned, lack of confidence in friend, as I mentioned, they're reaching out to people within their community or friend setting or whatever the case may be here, and they're trying to get guidance or intel or insight in regards to how to fix this situation at hand. But they're not directly placing themselves in the predicament or situation. They're using it as a form of, hey, I got a question for you. I got a friend here that's going through something and they reached out to me and they told me, that's how they're trying to go about it. They're trying to railroad the other individuals, but not themselves. Hopefully that resonates, or hopefully that makes sense. They don't want so this karmic mother, karmic father here don't want people to know that they are involved in it. So they do it, and again, in a very unscrupulous way to where they are telling what's happening, but they're not including themselves. Hey, Empress. So now they're stuck with a tower moment here. The reason why they're stuck with the tower moments here because there's no communication. So you're going to have people that's trying to get back on your good side and again apologize to you, so that way they can get out of this situation here, and it's just not going to work. There's no apologies. There's no sorry in the road. There's no amounts of whatever, no amounts of crying, no amounts of crooning, being on bended knee, trying to show you change. There's just nothing. There's just nothing that you will be able to come back from this. Nothing at all. You are so firm and so stern with your boundaries here. You're not going to want to hear anything, not an ounce of a fart of what any of these riffraffs have to say. And they know that. So now they're fighting amongst each other because the mother figure, father figure is not answering the phone. So now the other people within the group are now fighting amongst each other. I'm not getting in trouble for this. Well, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Well, y'all all getting in trouble with this. Every last one of them. They all took a bribe. There is elaborate overwhelming financial documents that can heavily solidify in regards to the transactions between this mother figure, father figure, and these group of individuals here. I told you, I mentioned before, they've used Cash App and Venmo and PayPal and things of that nature. You can't change that. I mean, they can call into PayPal. You can call into, if a police officer or a detective needs to get information, they don't need to talk to the person that's doing this foolishness. They can call out to the actual representation or the actual company or organization, PayPal, hey, I got a case here, da 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 da. Hey, do this for me, or reach out to Venmo, or reach out to Cash App. You don't think the detectives have their ways to do what they need to do? Big paper trail, but it's more digital, very digital. Let them fall and falter. Huh? Let them fall and falter. Let them fall, let them cry, let them squeal, let them pray themselves out of a wet paper bag. Let them fall. Let them fall. And don't feel bad because they fell onto their knees. Isn't that where they wanted you to be? They wanted you to be on your knees begging and groveling, but you were on your knees for a different reason. You fell to your knees to pray, or more so to surrender what they were trying to push onto you. They wanted you on your knees groveling towards them. Take me back. I'm sorry. I can't take this anymore. That's where they wanted you to be. And they were very unapologetic about it. If this person has schizophrenia, they're not going to use that in court. They would not be allowed to use mental illness in court. I'm telling you. That won't stick in court. It won't hold up in court. It won't. Nothing that they do or say, because that's what they were doing. That's what they're getting right. They're going to use their mental illness as a form of a crutch to get out of foolishness, and it's not going to work. That's the secret that they're trying to do. Well, I'm not well, and you know how I can get sometimes. No, that's a cop out. They were intentional with the foolish tirades that they push onto you. They were intentional with the gossip that they were spewing towards and against you. They were intentional. Intention equates to actions, and intention is a thought. The thought sits there and it starts to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow until it's time for you to take action on the intention that you have. It was premeditated. No ifs or buts about it. It was well thought out and planned and premeditated. Let me look up the etymology of premeditated. Premeditate. Think about and contrive beforehand. To consider. Previous deliberation, prior consideration, a forethought. That is premeditation. They sat and they thought about it, and then they took action. They knew what they were doing. They were not tricked. They weren't. That's the hidden agenda, supposedly. Thank you. Thank you, Relay. They knew what they were doing. That's the hidden agenda. No more of the days where people that have been doing a lot of crazy things towards other people, they're not getting away from it. They're not. It says magician, trickery in reverse, illusions. So they created, they premeditated, they preconceived. They had preconceived notions or thoughts to trick people out of their spot, or to trick people to come towards you to cause some form of harm towards you. Thank you. That's what they did. And they went broke. They went broke doing it with the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. They went broke doing it. They completely wasted all of their finances and other people's finances here to end up nothing but in the Three of Swords. Cowards. And I'm going to say this. This is a very unpopular opinion. I don't care, but I'm going to say it, but I'm going to say it carefully. A person that decides to pre-transition themselves, knowing that they are the reason why another person may have been hurt or harm have been caused to them, in my opinion, in my point of view, that is a complete PUSSY. A person who can't take the ramifications of the consequences of what they have caused another person, and because they can't take it anymore, they want to pre-transition themselves. To me, that is a 100% coward in my eyes. It's an unpopular opinion, but that's okay. Complete coward in my eyes. You can't handle the heat. You're creating the heat in the kitchen. You're creating a bunch of nasty foolishness within this pot setting, this cook-up setting here. And you finally see the outcome of the cook-up that you cook, and you can't even handle the tasting of your own cook-up. So what did they do? They want to pre-transition themselves out because they can't take it anymore. Coward. They can't take the heat that they created. Pathetic. That's why I don't understand how you gonna be a scary coward. How are you going to be a scary coward? I'll give this next example. You ever notice that when some higher ups, when they get caught in the heat, you may hear a story that they pre-transition themselves out? It's because of what they have done towards people for years. And the only way that they can exit without getting in trouble is doing that. Pick sense out of nonsense. One more time. Pick sense out of nonsense. You're the sensical one I'm talking to. Divine Collective, you are. They're not. And the moment that they pre-transition themselves out is the moment where another person has to take on the responsibility of what they left behind. We have Page of Cups here. Obsessed with you quietly behind a keyboard counter is what they are. A keyboard counter. Page of Cups is in reverse. Bad news. They can't handle the bad news of how their life has fallen apart. They can't handle it. So they're looking for some form of a solace to feel safe with the foolish things that they have done towards you. You need to know the difference between chicken salad and chicken chicken poop. It says Tower. Tower and the Five of Swords here. They resent what they have done towards you. They resent it. This is why I strongly feel, like I said, I'm very unconventional when it comes to my way of thinking. I'm a very progressive thinker. That could be my Aquarius in the second house, but I'm very progressive. I think futuristic. That's just me. And I don't like the fact, and I'm going there as well, that on, you know, when you look on tombstones, they'll say in loving memory of what? Loving memory of what? A person that caused you nothing but chaos and mayhem and destruction and turmoil and angst and anxiety and all types of foolishness here deserve to have a tombstone that says in love and memory of? A person who can't take the heat, but they're the one that strike the match to create the heat, to create the fire that they cannot extinguish. What's so loving about them? What's so loving about them? I strongly feel, put the right information on the tombstone. Here lies a liar, a manipulator, a deceiver, whatever, a PDF, whatever. However, put the right information on the tombstone. A hater, whatever, however, a backbiter.